So this is my grade book, and on the right-hand side, you can see that I have two columns that both say Cold War questions. So those are two assignments that I just created for two different groups of students in my classroom. And since I don't want both assignments to show up in the grade book because it's very confusing to the students, especially if they're not doing both assignments, what I'm going to do is I've hidden these. So how you would do that, so like I'll unhide this one. So if it has the little red slash beside of it, then that means the students can't see it. So I'm going to hide it for my students, and then I'm going to create a manual column. And I'm going to name it the same thing. So Cold War questions. I'm not going to do any of that. I'll change all of this to be, let's say, classwork. Make all my points. We'll do all of the stuff that you normally would do for your classroom. And then we'll hit submit. Okay, so now I have my new column. So as these are graded, either manually if they're short answer or something that I have to grade, or graded by Blackboard if maybe they're multiple choice questions or fill in the blank questions. As those are graded and the grades start populating, I would just manually enter the grade here. Now, that is a little frustrating, but it does prevent some confusion amongst students. So another way to do that without having to do the gradebook aspect at all is maybe differentiate your activities. So like one of my group of students really liked John Green Crash Course History. So they might be watching a Crash Course History about, say, the Cold War. Whereas another group of students might be watching a Brain Pop about the Cold War, which is a little lower level and a little easier to understand. But then their activity that they did that would show up in the gradebook might be just an open-ended discussion question about the Cold War. Explain what you know about the Cold War. And obviously, depending on which assignment they did, depending on what group they were differentiated into, they would have more information to share. But an easy way to only have one assignment, but to differentiate the activity that got them there.